Ever felt like the weight of the world is on your shoulders? Today, we'll explore why it's okay to let go. Hi, I'm Gayan, and welcome to the Motivation Zone at Freedom. This is your go-to place for inspiration, personal growth, and a dose of motivation to brighten your day. Life can be overwhelming, and sometimes it feels like we're carrying the world on our shoulders. But what if I told you that understanding the concept of impermanence could help lighten that load? In today's video, we'll dive deep into how embracing the transient nature of life can help reduce stress and bring more peace into your everyday moments. Stay tuned, and let's journey together into a more mindful, stress-free way of living. Let's start with the concept of impermanence. At its core, impermanence is the idea that everything in life is in a constant state of flux. Nothing remains the same forever. From the smallest grain of sand to the vast universe, everything changes. This natural cycle of birth, growth, decay, and death is an inherent part of existence. Philosophically, the concept of impermanence is deeply rooted in Buddhism. In Buddhist teachings, impermanence, or anicca, is one of the three marks of existence, alongside suffering and non-self. Buddha emphasized that understanding and accepting impermanence is essential to achieving enlightenment. By recognizing that all things, including our thoughts and emotions, are transient, we can reduce our attachment to them and alleviate suffering. So, how does this ancient concept apply to our everyday lives? Consider the stress and anxiety we often feel when faced with challenges or changes. By embracing impermanence, we can learn to see these moments as temporary and not permanent fixtures in our lives. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. For example, when dealing with a difficult situation, reminding ourselves that this too shall pass can provide comfort and reduce our emotional burden. Understanding impermanence also encourages us to cherish the present moment. Since nothing lasts forever, the time we spend with loved ones, the beauty of a sunset, or the joy of a simple meal become even more precious. It's a reminder to live fully and appreciate the here and now, rather than constantly worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. By integrating the concept of impermanence into our daily lives, we can cultivate a sense of peace and resilience. It helps us navigate the ups and downs with grace, knowing that every moment, whether joyful or challenging, is fleeting. Let's embrace this philosophy and find freedom in the flow of life. Now, let's talk about stress and why it's so often tied to our concerns about the future. Psychologically, stress is a natural response to perceived threats or challenges. When we worry about what might happen, our minds project potential negative outcomes, triggering anxiety and tension. This is known as anticipatory stress, and it's a significant contributor to our overall stress levels. Consider common scenarios where stress arises. At work, impending deadlines can create a sense of pressure and urgency. In personal relationships, fear of conflicts or uncertainties about the future can lead to stress. Health concerns, whether about ourselves or loved ones, also generate anxiety as we worry about potential outcomes. These situations highlight how much of our stress is rooted in future-oriented thinking. This is where the concept of impermanence can be incredibly transformative. By recognizing that everything is in a constant state of change, we can shift our focus from worrying about the future to appreciating the present. Understanding impermanence reminds us that the future is not fixed, it's fluid and uncertain. This awareness can help reduce our anticipatory stress because we realize that whatever challenges we face, they too are temporary. Instead of fixating on what might go wrong, we can anchor ourselves in the present moment, where we have more control and clarity. For example, if you're stressed about a work deadline, focus on the task at hand rather than the potential consequences of missing the deadline. If you're anxious about a health concern, concentrate on the steps you can take now to improve your well-being. This shift in perspective, inspired by the understanding of impermanence, allows us to navigate life with greater ease and less stress. By embracing impermanence, we free ourselves from the constant worry about what lies ahead. We learn to live more fully in the present, appreciating each moment for what it is. This not only reduces stress but also enriches our overall experience of life. Remember, the future is always uncertain, but the present is where we find our true strength and peace. To truly embrace impermanence, we can adopt several practical techniques that help us stay present and reduce stress. One powerful method is mindfulness. Mindfulness practices encourage us to fully engage with the present moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This heightened awareness helps us recognize the transient nature of our experiences and reduces our tendency to dwell on the past or worry about the future. By practicing mindfulness, whether through meditation, mindful walking, or simply paying close attention to daily activities, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present. This practice not only brings a sense of calm but also allows us to experience life more richly and fully. Another effective technique is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down things you're grateful for. This simple practice shifts your focus from what's lacking or what could go wrong to what is abundant and positive in your life right now. By consistently acknowledging the good, we reinforce the transient nature of life's moments and build a more optimistic outlook. Gratitude practices remind us that even amid challenges, there are always aspects of our lives to appreciate. This mindset can significantly reduce stress and enhance our overall well-being. Breathing exercises are another wonderful way to embrace impermanence and calm the mind. One simple technique is the 4-7-8 breathing method. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, hold the breath for 7 counts, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 counts. Repeat this cycle a few times. This practice helps regulate the nervous system, reduces anxiety, and brings you back to the present moment. By focusing on our breath, we anchor ourselves in the present, making it easier to let go of stress and embrace the natural flow of life. Lastly, let's talk about visualization. This technique involves using guided imagery to create mental pictures that promote relaxation and positive change. Close your eyes and imagine a flowing river. Picture yourself standing on the bank, watching the water carry away your worries and stress. Visualize the river's flow as a symbol of life's constant change and renewal. Embrace the feeling of release and openness to new possibilities. Visualization helps us mentally and emotionally detach from stressors, reinforcing the idea that nothing is permanent and everything is in constant motion. By incorporating these techniques into our daily routine, we can embrace impermanence more fully and live a more peaceful, present-centered life. Remember, the journey to embracing impermanence is a continuous process. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, deep breathing, and visualization, we can navigate life's changes with greater ease and find joy in the present moment. I want to share a personal story about how understanding impermanence has made a profound difference in my life. A few years ago, I was facing an incredibly stressful period at work. Deadlines were piling up, and I felt like I was constantly on the verge of burnout. It was during this time that I stumbled upon the concept of impermanence. I began to realize that my stress and worries were largely tied to my fears about the future. By practicing mindfulness and reminding myself that these challenges were temporary, I was able to find a sense of calm and clarity. This shift in perspective didn't eliminate the challenges, but it did make them more manageable. One simple yet effective technique is to use daily reminders. Place affirmations or quotes about impermanence where you'll see them regularly, on your bathroom mirror, your desk, or your phone. Phrases like, "This too shall pass" or "Change is the only constant," can serve as gentle reminders to stay present and let go of worries about the future. Routine adjustments can also make a big difference. Try incorporating mindfulness and relaxation practices into your daily routine. Start your day with a few minutes of deep breathing or a short meditation session. Take mindful breaks throughout the day, where you step away from your tasks and simply focus on your breath or the sensations around you. These small practices can help you stay grounded and reduce overall stress. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of community support. Share these practices with friends and family. Engage in group mindfulness activities or simply talk about the concept of impermanence with your loved ones. Having a support system can make it easier to maintain these practices and benefit from them collectively. By integrating these practical tips into your daily life, you can cultivate a more mindful and relaxed approach to living. Remember, impermanence is a natural part of life, and embracing it can lead to a profound sense of peace and resilience. Thank you for joining me today on the Motivation Zone at Freedom. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.